Good morning. My name is Gauri Madhavan. I'm a manager with Analytics and Clinical Effectiveness with the Center for Pediatric and Maternal Value. I'm here today to share our successes on big data analytics in QI. So thank you for having me. Before I get started, I would like to share our vision and mission at Stanford Children's Hospital. Our vision is to heal humanity through science and compassion, one child and family at a time. Our mission is extraordinary care, continual learning, breakthrough discoveries. In my presentation today, I would like to walk through the implementation of big data analytics in QI, our milestones and successes, how we have used VPS data for quality improvement, and our future state. So when we think of big data analytics in QI, we, in our secret sauce ingredients, the themes that emerged for us were ease of use for customers, clarity, quality data, timeliness, stakeholder engagement, scalability, and sustainability. So how did we do this? So at the micro level, we all have our electronic health information, and that's the kind of the go-to place to find information. And obviously there's a fatigue involved with that of looking for information which is in various places in our electronic health information. We all have our global IRR, and we also have the VPS custom data analysis request form, which we all know is a very detailed, extensive, form with a lot of fields of information that is asked of a requester. So when we looked at our micro level, we took each aspect and we considered each of them as an opportunity for improvement. So we took all this, and at a meso level, we developed our internal quality level IRR. We developed an ingrown VPS data request intake form and tip sheet. So in this form, we not only talked about VPS and what VPS can provide, but we also talked about the benefits of using VPS data and, how is it important for the PICUs and the babies there. And with that being said, we also, have a link embedded for a data submission form. So this is actually launched via REDCap, which is a relational database. And, we talk about asking, what is the kind of information a requester is asking for, what are the request details, whether it's research, quality improvement, administrative, and what are the types of data elements they want, and what are the dates they are looking for. And this is something I would like to highlight is what general category of data elements are you requesting. So think of these as domains for us, whether it's population characteristics, it's admission data. So as you can see, you can check here. And when you check there, I'm just going to show it again. If you check on demographic, it gives you a cascading of information. And, if they have to ask on interventions, it gives you another cascading of information. So there's a lot of logic embedded in this form and so on and so forth. We ask them information if they're looking for mortality scores. Are they looking for information on discharges? It's the medical length of stay. Is it more on the operational purpose? Are they looking for ICU admissions, etc.? And we also give them a note if they want to add something that is not in this and there's something additional that they're asking for. So with that being shared and said, the combination of the internal quality level IRR and our ingrown VPS data request intake form was a tremendous success platform for us for the VPS data flow from QI to research. When this was piloted and successful, this was house-wide for us. So, if you have to ask me at the macro level, what is it that we would like to do is our vision is to make this scalable within VPS. We would like for everybody to think of this, of how you can start implementing your big data analytics in QI using this kind of success platform. And also consider this as an opportunity across and within organizations, which ties in so well with the IHI Institute of Healthcare model of, what are we trying to accomplish? How do we know this is an improvement? And, how do we know that the change that we're doing is going to result in an improvement with the PDSA cycle? So now I'm going to walk through our milestones. In 2016, LPCH joins VPS. We have a data collection and data quality using built-in query functions. In 2017, we successfully met our CCS deadline. There were improvements on data capture. In 2018, we had an additional nurse abstractor. We further enhanced our data quality enhancements with an internal IRR, the data quality and auditing. In 2019, there was an attempt feedback and engagement. We leveraged using VPS data for improvement. 2020, we explored electronic data submission and integration of REDCap for registry enhancements. And we never looked back since then. Our successes include our nurse abstractors and leadership buy-in, a key driver diagram, several successful roadshows. We have VPS as a source of truth, and we have increased awareness and requests for QI and research. We have a standardized process implemented within REDCap, as I shared earlier, and we have quality checks for internal IRR, which is unique to us. So I'm going to give you an overview of how we have embedded VPS and quality improvement. So any and all PICU data requests get into the REDCap portal, as I shared earlier, which is an intake form. And right there, our VPS team will review and evaluate all requests. From there, think of it as 2 swim lanes. The VPS related ones are fulfilled within a week. The non-VPS ones are directed to general analytics queue. So we talked about, how we have used data for QI, for research, what is the platform we used, what are our success formulas. So now let's get into the data. I talked about all the data is getting into REDCap. So what is that informing us and how have we used that for QI? So this is some numbers that, I'm happy to share with you, the number of requests by year. As you can see that 2021, it's still partial. We have had 47 requests as of date. And the purpose of data request are quality improvement are 21, 13 of them information on research, 10 of them on administrative. 17 of them have actually published their data. I also shared with us earlier, our REDCap data capture form where I talked about those domains, which is again, conditional logic. So there's built-in logic depending on what one likes to choose. So the domains range from population characteristics, admission data, diagnosis, interventions, length of stay, operational. So for those 47 requests that we got, 64% asked on population characteristics, 51% on admission data, 49% on length of stay, 47% on interventions, 45% on discharge and diagnosis, and so on and so forth. I'm going to hold on to those 22 of them who asked, of the 47 of them, 47% of them who asked on interventions, and further take a little deeper dive on what type of interventions should they request, so that is the orange box is what I'm, getting at. So 100%, so all of them, all the 22 of them had asked data on airway and respiratory support. 32% asked on cardiorespiratory, 27% asked on renal support, 23% on neuro monitoring, and so on and so forth. We again took this 22 of them and we were interested to know, when it came to intervention, what type of airway and respiratory support information did they ask for? 55% asked on endotracheal tube, 45% asked on mechanical ventilation, 18% asked on tracheostomy, and so on and so forth. So again, this is just to give you a flavor of how the VPS data that is coming from our team has been used for research. Not intent to read each line, you can read it yourself, but just to give a flavor, it has ranged from liver transplantation in children to myocardial strain in pediatric sepsis, English proficient and limited English proficient patients and their parents. The next ones are the VPS data that were used for QI and clinical insights. Again, they have had a big range from PICU discharge directly to home, clinical insights on tracheostomy patients, how the demographic information has been used for the Beacon of Excellence application. We again have an ingrown program for a value improvement program, and people, our requesters have used that information. And, by ED fellows, they have used the data of ED to PICU admission. Again, this is all coming from VPS for QI purposes. So where do we see ourselves in our future state? The way we look at it is we want VPS to be as a source of truth for all PICU requests. We want to continue leverage on technology of REDCap that we have currently piloted, and it's so successful for us. We also want to make sure that we continue using statistical process control charts for continuous improvement for our PQ data, and that we often share with our leadership in our organization, and also trying to enhance our system level improvements. So as the saying goes, it takes a village. None of this would be possible for the wonderful team and the leadership that we have been so fortunate to collaborate with. So we have our VPS physician leader and PQ medical director, Dr. Felice Su. We have our director for analytics and clinical effectiveness, Ling Lo. We have our site coordinator and clinical abstractor, Vivian, and our clinical abstractor, Cassie. So a huge thanks to this fantastic and wonderful team who have made this a fantastic journey and experience for us on, how we have used VPS data for quality improvement and how we have operationalized this into big data analytics for QI. So I'm going to pause here, grab any questions. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation.